Good morning, good morning, good morning, YouTube. Good morning and good morning. It's your boy Levon back at y'all with another video, man. Back at y'all with another one. Listen, yesterday and yesterday night was a fun night of boxing, action-packed fights, competitive fights. There was a lot going on yesterday. It was a lot going on. But listen, we gotta start off we gotta start off the right way. You understand? I know I haven't been uploading and dropping consistently as I used to, but I'm back. I'm back and I ain't going nowhere. I'm back and I ain't going nowhere, y'all. So expect to be seeing a lot of content from me real soon moving forward. In a real way. In a real way. Now let me stop. Let me stop. But listen, Jarrell Big Baby Miller, or Baby, whatever your nickname is. What was that yesterday? I mean, that toupee was all over the place. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. That toupee was all over the place. I'm watching the fight. Next thing you know, bro, toupee is flopping in the air. I'm like, oh nah, what's going on? Has this ever happened in boxing before? Like, has anything similar or close to that happened in boxing before? Probably not. It's probably the first time. Like, bro, literally made a meme out of himself. Bro, literally, bro, Jarrell Miller stole the show. I'm gonna be honest. Jarrell Miller stole the show. Jarrell Miller stole the show. A toupee, bro. And that drink was, and that, what was that? A little, what was that? A padded down flat top he had. Broski had a padded down toupee flat top. That's crazy. That this man had a padded down toupee flat top. Okay, interesting. But anyway, I forgot bro name that he fought Ebek. I think something like that. Ebek Iqbal, whatever. I forgot bro name. But he's fighting, bro. I think they in the middle of the ring. They probably exchanged or whatever the case may be. And next thing you know, his toupee just start flapping up and down. And then bro hit him with an uppercut, a mean one. Yeah. A mean uppercut. Yeah. And bro toupee just flopped back. I'm like, nah, that's crazy. So, and while he was after that, the bell rang for timeout. After every round, they get like a minute timeout, minute break. So Jarrell Big Baby Miller takes his toupee off and throws it into the crowd. Like he literally took that John off his head and threw that shit into the crowd. Like this man embraced his toupee flopping off his head and just kept fighting. That's crazy. Yo, yesterday, man. Yesterday night was too funny. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Yesterday night was too funny. That was ridiculous. That was crazy. Who would have expected that? Let's get into these fights though, real quick. Feel me? Let's run through these fights real quick and talk about who they could potentially fight next, what's next for them, and all that good stuff. Listen, credit to Josh Kelly. Nothing but major credit and respect to bro. I personally did not pick him to beat Bakram Murzayev. I was picking Bakram Murzayev to knock his head off his shoulders. But I was wrong. All your predictions are not going to come to fruition in boxing, unfortunately. Josh Kelly, stylistically, his slickness, his boxing ability can be awkward and overwhelming for certain opponents or fighters that you put in front of him. As you see, that wasn't the case with David Avanesian, but it happened to be a case for Bakram Murzayev. Kind of reminds me of Dmitry Bivol versus Artur Beterbiev. You're not just gonna walk Dmitry Bivol down and just you know outbox, not outbox him, but you're not just gonna run through him. You're not just gonna push him against the ropes and that's it. He's overwhelmed for the rest of the fight. He doesn't know how to outbox and find his way out of the firefight that he got himself into. No, not one of those type of fighters. Josh Kelly, and not only that, Josh Kelly dropped him early in the fight. Josh Kelly dropped him in the fourth round. That the fourth round, that's early. That's like the fight literally just started. That's early in the fight. I do not care what nobody says. 4 rounds in, the fight literally just started, bro. 4 rounds in, yeah, the fight literally just started. And Josh Kelly dropped him. Josh Kelly dropped him in that fourth round. Credit to Bakram, who put up a tremendous fight. It was a really, really good, a really good fight. The fight was won by majority decision. So good competitive fight it was, obviously. Bakram put him down in the ninth round. I thought Bakram was gonna the way Josh Kelly got caught and went down, I thought it was over for Josh Kelly after that, but I was wrong. I was wrong. Josh Kelly happened to pull through and become victorious. Me personally, the fight next should be against Boots Ennis. I mean, that should be the fight to make next. That fight should be next. They're both under Matchroom. They're both promoted by Eddie Hearn. Both fighters are promoted by Eddie Hearn. Both fighters fight for Matchroom. They fight under the Matchroom banner, so that should not be a problem. That fight should be made next. There was this little interview that they did with Jerron Boots Ennis. I believe it was prior to Shakur fighting or prior to Keyshawn Davis fighting Hermaine Ortiz, which we're going to get into. And they asked him, what's the update with this Virgil Ortiz fight? And Jerron Boots Ennis said out of his own mouth he should hear back from Virgil Ortiz team within a few days. 6 days or something like that. He should hear back from him in a couple of days. That was Jerron Boots Ennis' words. He should hear back from Virgil Ortiz within 6 days, couple of days. Those are his words. Hopefully that fight happens. Both of them are not champions within the weight class, but two highly elite fighters within 154-pound division. Coming off statement performances in their previous fights. So it's only right for them to go at it. It's only right for them to get it in. Pause. Pause. It's only right for them to fight, though. It's only right for them. Both of them are coming off spectacular knockouts. Spectacular. Devastating fashion knockout victories. Go at it. Make that fight happen. Josh Kelly, I'm going to be honest. Josh Kelly proved that he is one of the top dogs and can be considered one of the best when it comes to mentioning who is the best in that weight class. He proved that last night. Bakram Murtazaliev is not no bum. He is far from a bum. Top-notch fighter. One of the top fighters in that weight class. The boogeyman. Nobody was really calling him out. Nobody was really trying to fight him. Tim Tszyu ain't want to rematch him. Yeah, I ain't pre that, did y'all? Tim Tszyu did not want to rematch that man. After getting knocked out, after Bakram knocked out Tim Tszyu did not want to revisit that rematch. Hell no. That would have been his ass. So yeah, Tszyu got knocked out, got put on his ass, and he never revisited that rematch. Josh Kelly, on the other hand, fought Bakram, obviously, and beat him. Mind you, nobody was calling this man out. Nobody was really calling for his name or anything like that. Nobody really. Yeah, boots him. They were saying his name, but that fight was never put on paper to happen. Like the action towards making those fights happen between Bakram Boots or Bakram Ortiz, never happened. Nobody from their teams, Bakram, Boots, Virgil, really took the time out of their day to try making a fight amongst them. Nobody. For a fact. But listen, man, Josh Kelly pulled it off. There's a new champion in the weight class, IBF World Champion, Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly is the IBF World Champion in 154 pounds, junior middleweight. I would love to see him unify against Xander Zayas. Xander Zayas, another fighter in the 154-pound division, junior middleweight, he is the current unified champion in that weight class, holding the WBO and the WBA. That I would love to see that fight. To unify three of the belts, why not? That's perfect. That's perfect. Why not? But listen, man, credit to Josh Kelly. He did his thing. He showed up. He showed out. And he got the nod. He got the victory. It was hard earned. Had to overcome some adversity. But he got the nod. He got the victory. None but credit and respect to bro. Xander Zayas is now the unified world champion in 154 pounds junior middleweight. I hope Bob Arum or whoever is, you know, I forgot who promotes. I forgot who promotes Xander. But anyway, I know he fights for top rank, but I don't know who on that side of the street is on promote him. But listen, Xander Zayas is now the WBA and WBO unified world champion at 154 pounds junior middleweight. Moving forward, he has to fight top competition. No fucking cherry pick, no slouches, no tomato cans, none of that. Top competition. Top. Sebastian Fedora, Boots, Virgil, Josh Kelly, a new champion in the weight class. Make that fight happen, bro. Please. Those are some great ass fights. Jarrell Charlo, I don't know where he's been or if he's even still boxing now. If he considers, coming back out of retirement, whatever the case may be, and fighting for a world title or fighting, I guess, a name in that weight class to, get his name back in the mix, get the momentum going, blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. Come back and fight for the unified titles. Why not? It's up for grabs. And let's be honest. Xander Zayas, he's still growing, still maturing as a fighter. There's a lot of flaws in his game. There's a lot of holes in his game. There's a lot of wrinkles. There's a lot of stuff Xander Zayas got to fix, obviously, clearly. Clearly. They're not talking about Xander like how they talk about Virgil. They're not talking about Xander like how they talk about Boots. They're not. They don't. So, Xander got, he got a lot on his plate in that division. Junior middleweight is full of sharks, boy. Junior middleweight is full of sharks, boy, I'm telling you. Keyshawn Davis. I'm going to be honest. I'm not surprised that the fight ended the way it ended. And I'm not surprised that the fight went. I'm not surprised that this fight went to the 12th round. I am not surprised. Jermaine Ortiz is a fighter where Jermaine Ortiz fights a way to where it's hard to look good against him because of his style. That's just the type of fighter that he is. Because of his style alone, it's just hard to look good against him. Yes, Keyshawn Davis Keyshawn Davis knocked him down with a body shot. And it ended up getting established in the 12th round. But y'all see Keyshawn Davis' previous fights of him stopping dudes. He be doing dudes filthy. This one, you feel me? Keyshawn really had to, really had to dig deep for that. Don't get it twisted though. Keyshawn dominated the whole fight. Damn near won majority of the rounds. He did win most of the rounds, to be fair. Excuse me. To be fair, he did win most of the rounds. To be fair, he did. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He did win most of the rounds. But he looked as as dominant, as impressive as his previous fights he had when he stopped dudes in traumatic fashion. Like, damn, that knockout was that was a nasty knockout right there. Damn, I felt that too. This fight, I don't think this fight was like that. In my opinion, I could be wrong. But listen, credit to Jermaine for getting back up and carrying on with the fight. It is a body shot though. Body shots are. Listen, I've been knocked down by a body shot before. That shit is no joke. Especially when you get back up fast too. That shit is no joke, bro. That shit is literally no joke. You get hit with a body shot the wrong way by the right person, you're gonna have a migraine on your soul, bro. You're gonna feel a stinging migraine in your soul, bro. That shit is no joke. Yo, body shots are no joke. So it's no surprise to me that Jermaine, he gets dropped, takes a seat. Let me say get myself together. Then he gets hit in the body again in the 12th round, and the ref steps in and just stops the shit. I'm not surprised that happened, and I wouldn't have been surprised if he would have got back up because I think there was a couple of seconds left in the round prior to the ref stopping it. And knowing that type of referee that ref that fight, it's no surprise that the fight was stopped. But anyway, that's a whole conversation for another day. That's a whole conversation for another day. I wouldn't have been surprised if he would have got up and they just the fight comes to an end because of the bell and shit. He gets up before the bell, walks to the right, the left, looks the ref in his eyes, gives him the gloves. The ref shakes his gloves, whatever, allows him to continue. It wasn't that much seconds left in the fight, but was he hurt? Yeah. Was he hurt enough to potentially be put in a position where his career is in jeopardy because of the punishment he probably could have, absorbed after that from Keyshawn? Most definitely. Most definitely. But listen, man, credit to Keyshawn. Hopefully we can get him versus Devin Haney next. I would like to see Keyshawn become a two-division world champion. I'll tell you that. I would like to see him become a champion at 140. Then go to 147 and fight Devin Haney. Become a three-division world champion. I'd rather Keyshawn do that than just jump up. All right, you moved up for Jermaine. Move up, fight Haney for a belt now. I would be at least become champ at 140, then move up. Like fight Richardson Hitches, fight Richardson Hitches, then Devin Haney. That'll be fire, bro. Bro, you beat Richardson Hitches, right? Then you go on to beat Devin Haney. bro. You top eight pound for pound in the world, bro. In my book. At least you gotta be pound for pound. You gotta be pound for pound. You beat Richardson Hitchens, dead Devin Haney, same year. You are pound for pound, without a doubt. Can he do it? Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Keyshawn can do it. Keyshawn ain't no joke. What y'all think this is? Bro, it's not no joke. Before the main event, we're gonna touch on Bruce Carrington real quick. Good knockout from Bruce Carrington. Yes, he had to overcome some adversity in this fight. He got caught with a clean shot. Ended up getting hurt real bad. Had to recover, come back, hold his own, stand his ground, and he ended up knocking out bro himself. I'm not gonna lie, that was a nasty knockout, bro. Bro, that was a nasty knockout, bro. And it was for the world title. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Yesterday was crazy. Yesterday was crazy. I forgot what title bro fought for. Damn. But anyway, Bruce Carrington is now. He's also a new world champion in his weight class, 126 pounds, featherweight division. I want to see him fight Rafael Espinosa. Y'all saying Bruce Shushu Carrington is this, he's that, this, that, and the dirt. Alright. He's now world champion. He put up his first world title. Fight the top dudes, unify them titles, man. What are we talking about? You got Rafael Espinosa. You got freaking Stephen Fulton there still. I would assume. I would assume he's at 126. You got Brandon Figueroa. You got Nick Bull. They about to fight soon. NUA is supposed to be moving up. I would fight those boys. I would fight those guys. Rafael Espinosa, you gotta see him. Rafael Espinosa, you gotta see him. You gotta see, bro. Rafael Espinosa's a beast. I'm trying to show y'all. Fight Rafael Espinosa. I'm not saying you can't win. Obviously, according to the eye test and what I see on the outside looking in, you got the skills. You got enough tools in your toolbox to beat, bro. So fight him. Fight him. If I'm not mistaken, he probably the top dog in the weight class. Rafael Espinosa, probably the top dog in the weight class. I would fight him. Or fight Nick Ball if he end up winning. But I don't know who gonna win between him and Brandon Figueroa. That's gonna be a crazy ass fight. Cause Nick Ball is a raging bull. He literally, bro, Nick Ball, bro, Brody literally come forward, swing like there's no tomorrow, like Isaac Cruz. But he at least got some skills and technique to his shit. You feel me? Isaac Cruz literally just walk forward and just swing. Brandon Figueroa, at least he got some type of footwork to go with his shit. And he got good ass cardio too. And if I'm mistaken, he's definitely a higher volume puncher than Isak Cruz, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, fight the winner. Nick Ball was Figueroa. If not, fight Espinosa. I don't think Espinosa even got a fight coming up. That's the crazy part. I don't even think Espinosa got a fight coming up. That's literally the crazy part. I don't think he has a fight coming up. So fight that boy Rafael Espinosa. I want to see that shit. Show the world how great he really is. On to the main event. Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez. Yes, prior to this fight, I had a 50-50 fight. When fighters like a Teofimo Lopez and a Shakur Stevenson meet, agree to fight each other, like when fighters like that get announced to the boxing community, the boxing public, that they're going to fight one another, it can be hard to pick between the two. It can. Especially when you when you take into consideration who they fought and how they beat them. Teofimo Lopez, how he beat Loma, how he beat Josh Taylor. And going into this fight, yes, Teofimo Lopez had the better resume. He fought the better opposition. And Shakur Stevenson made it look easy. Now, am I surprised the fight's not the way it turned out? No. Listen, either prior to this fight, I knew for a fact, either the fight was going to play out the way it played out last night, or Tio was going to overwhelm Shakur with his, athleticism, speed, power, and all that shit, like how he did Lomachenko. But we also got to factor in that boy Loma can't really fight on the back foot, or should I say, cannot fight on the back foot at all. Shakur can, so it's going to be a lot difficult to handle Shakur like how you handle Loma. Paul. Now, I personally believe this fight would have turned out similar to not Floyd versus Castillo, but Floyd versus maybe Ricky Hatton or maybe a Pacquiao type of, you know what I'm saying? Where can't really do much because Floyd is just that good of a boxer. You understand? Yeah, you're a great fighter, but there's a great boxer in front of you, and you're gonna fight his fight. The hell is we talking about? You're gonna fight his fight. You're not just gonna go in there, land some lucky shit, and it's no. You're gonna fight his fight, bro. You're gonna walk down like the casuals and boxing fans, like myself, may or may have not predicted prior to you fighting who you fought. And you're gonna try to land something or overwhelm that superior boxer in front of you. That's how you're gonna fight. That's how you're gonna fight a Shakur Stevenson. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You want to beat Shakur Stevenson? You better throw his ass against the ropes like as if you're Marcos Maidana and go crazy and pray you get the nod from the judges. Guess what? You're not gonna get the nod though. That's the funny part. You're not swinging wild, hitting your. All right, when you swing wild and hit the man in front of you on top of his head, you actually piss the judges off. Because the corrupt judges is looking at that like, okay, well, we can't give him that. Like, we can't fix this for him to win because he's hitting the guy on the top of the head, clearly and obviously, over and over again. He was given like 5 wins and he's still doing the same shit. So now you're screwed. The judges are screwed. They can't get paid. They can't get paid under the table because they can't fucking fix the fight. Bro, imagine being so good of a boxer to where the judges can't fix anything because you're just too good of a boxer. Shakur Stevenson won this fight simply by just being Shakur Stevenson. A lot of people say, "Oh, Shakur is boring." Nah. You know who's boring? You know who's bored to death? You know how people say, "Oh, I was bored watching Shakur Stevenson." Let me explain this to you, people. You're not actually bored when you're watching Shakur Stevenson. You know who's more bored than you are when you're watching Shakur Stevenson? The opponent in front of him. The fighter that he's fighting on fight night is actually pretty boring. He's more bored than you are. Why? He's in the ring trying to freaking land a punch. Something. He's trying to land something that will at least hurt him. Cause he ain't gonna out fight him. He ain't gonna out hustle him. He ain't gonna out box him. So the best he could do is land something to hurt, bro. Like that's it. That's all he can really do. That's all any of these guys can really do. But yeah, the fighter in front of Shakur, they're actually boring or bored to death. More than you are. Why? Because they're the one in the ring trying to hit dude. While you're on the sideline complaining, oh, he's boring, he ain't doing nothing. Nah. That opponent in front of bro, he's bored to death. Which is why he's losing in the first place. Because there's somebody in front of him that he cannot touch. You're not just gonna walk him down or step on the inside and no, ain't shit sweet when it comes to fighters like Shakur Stevenson. It's going to be a boring fight. It's gonna drain you mentally. Yes. It's gonna drain you mentally. It's gonna frustrate you. Tio's team was frustrated. Forget Tio. We gonna get to Tio. Tio's team. Before we wrap this up, we gonna get to Tio. We gonna cook up on Tio real quick before we wrap this up. But we gonna cook up on his team. Tio's team was frustrated. Tio Senior was yelling at him. Where's your power at? F him up already. Beat him up. What are we doing? Nah, bro. It ain't that easy, bro. You're not just going, you know, you're not just going to explode. Pause. Pause, pause, pause. You're not just going to explode on the inside like it land a monstrous hook to the body, a hook to the head, an uppercut. Nah, like you, nah. I don't know what TUC was thinking coming into this fight or prior to this fight. I don't know what bro was thinking or what game plan he had for his son to execute. But bro, you're not just gonna step on the inside and just land a whole bunch of power shots and expect Shakur to be running for the rest of the fight. Nah, bro, it don't work like that. It don't work like that, bro. That's not how you beat Shakur. It's not how you beat him. Teofimo Lopez couldn't get on it. Teofimo Lopez had a hard time with the jab. That jab, that right jab, was killing Teo all night. Teo would literally try to step in, and he wouldn't even get hit with a jab. He would get hit with a. You know how football how they do like a little stiff arm when they run in the ball. Shakur was giving him those. Pause. Literally, just placing his glove in his face as he's trying to step on the inside and land whatever he's trying to land. That frustrated Teo. That broke Teo down mentally. He was drained mentally. When Teo realized, man, I really can't do anything. When Teo realized, you could see, actions speak louder than words. Talk is cheap. It showed through the body language, bro. It literally showed through his body language. I can't really do much with him. Did Teo land good shots in the fight? I think so. Yeah, I think he did. I think he landed a couple, a few. Yeah, but that's not enough, bro. And them shits probably weren't as them shits probably weren't even flush. Shakur says he will be going back down to 135. He said he's not really a 140 pounder. If I'm Shakur, when I go back down to 135, I'm fighting Lamont Roach. I'm fighting Lamont Roach. That's who I would fight next, Lamont Roach. Then I would probably fight the winner of Tank versus Cruz. I low key still want to see Cruz versus Shakur for the fun. Just for the fun. I love that fight. I think that's a really fun fight. I think it's a fun fight. I like fights like that. I think that would be a fun fight to watch. So I would not mind seeing that fight at all. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all today, man. Listen, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop a new video. It's your boy LeVon, and I'm out. Peace.